Is marking Pink October. The Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital, in collaboration with its partners, conducted free breast and cervical cancer screenings for women at the hospital grounds in Banjul. The University of the Gambia Science Students Association launched its annual Science Week on Monday, celebrating knowledge, creativity, innovation and excellence in science. A new tuberculosis treatment center was inaugurated on Tuesday at the Police Intervention Unit headquarters in Canifing, advancing the government's strategy to expand TB services within the security sector. After engaging Banjul-based taxpayers on Monday, the Gambia Revenue Authority held a forum on Tuesday to educate Canifing municipality taxpayers about the new Integrated Tax Administration System, ITAS. In international news, the China Public Policy Association, Diplomacy Association, with support from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, hosted the Lanting Forum on Monday, bringing together global leaders and experts to tackle pressing international challenges. Those were the headlines. Now the news in detail. Welcome and thank you for joining us. This is QTV News. As part of activities marking Pink October, the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital, EFSTH, in collaboration with its partners, conducted free breast and cervical cancer screenings for women at the hospital grounds in Banjul. Our Bob reports.
The month of October, widely known as Pink October, is dedicated to raising awareness about breast cancer and the importance of prevention and routine screening for the early diagnosis of breast cancer. Now the second most diagnosed cancer globally, the event brought together health professionals, students, and members of the public to promote early detection and encourage regular screening among women. Dr. Cherno S. Jallo, Deputy Chief Medical Director of the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital, and Dr. Usman Sanyang, Deputy Head of the Department of Surgery, both play key roles in leading the awareness and screening exercise.
Breast cancer in this hospital, it's not only days like today that we see them in the form of screening and also cervical cancer. This is a routine management that takes place in our hospital. We observe what is called Pink October to also add our voice.
We all know in the Gambia, cancer is on the rise. And not only that, but also we have seen a surge of a rise in young people being diagnosed of breast, cervical, and other cancers. And these are cancers that we can treat and cure if we diagnose them early.
Dr. Lamin Jaite, Head of the Department of Surgery and Consultant General Surgeon, along with Dr. Keba S. Bojang, Program Manager of the National Cancer Control Program, shared value insights on the importance of regular screening in the fight against breast and cervical cancer.
According to our records here at Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital, our breast clinic, when we looked at the statistics in 2021, about 70% of our women came at what was considered a late stage. And that just re-echoes the importance of this day, of getting checked. Because today, it's not just free, but you can have all that done. You can get a clinical breast examination with the full attention of all the doctors.
Breast cancer, as mentioned, is the most common cancer and leading cause of cancer death in the world. The WHO's theme for this year is every story is unique, every journey matters. This is to emphasize that breast cancer is more than a medical diagnosis. Behind every diagnosis is a person, a mother, a sister, a daughter, a partner, or a friend, each with a unique human story. Stories of courage, resilience, and hope.
Abdul Aziz Dabah Gay, Deputy Mayor of Banjul, and Dr. Fatmata Diba, Deputy Director of Health Services, both applauded the initiative, emphasizing its vital role in promoting free breast cancer awareness and encouraging healthy living among women. The screening exercise reaffirmed Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital's commitment to women's health as it seeks to foster a culture of early detection and a community engagement in the ongoing fight against breast and cervical cancer across the Gambia. For QTV News, I am Our Bob.
The University of the Gambia Science Students Association on Monday commenced its annual Science Week under the theme Advancing National Development Through Scientific Research, Innovation and Practical Knowledge, empowering the next generation in STEM and fostering sustainable environmental stewardship. Our Bob again.
The annual Science Week, running from the 27th of October to the 1st of November, celebrates knowledge, creativity, innovation and scientific excellence. The week-long term event brings together students, lecturers and key stakeholders to exchange ideas, explore new discoveries and showcase the transformative power of science. Mamadou Y. Barry is the president of the UTG Science Students Association.
It has become a tradition to the Science Students Association to organize the Science Week annually. And this year, our theme is centered on advancing national development through scientific research, innovation, and practical knowledge, empowering the next generation in STEM, fostering environmental stewardship.
Oladela Olufolohan Oyelekan, head of the Department of Physical and Natural Sciences at the University of the Gambia, emphasized the importance of nurturing curiosity, innovation and a strong research culture among young people.
The life in the university is such that you are not supposed to just go to class, go home, study, do exams and all that. You should engage in activities like this. There are many benefits. For one, you get to learn how to do things. You interact with people. You develop some skills, especially when you are a leader.
Aissatou Sekaja, Executive Director of the Key Group Foundation, reaffirmed the foundation's commitment to empowering women in STEM fields as a key driver of national development and innovation.
Bridging the gap between academia and industry is not an abstract goal. It is a pragmatic necessity for achieving our sustainable development goals. By fostering this collaboration, we can drive economic growth through a competitive innovation-led private sector. We can also create meaningful employment to our youth, stemming the tide of migration and harnessing our demographic dividend.
Kodu Jang is the president of Women in STEM, the Gambia.
Women in STEM face harmful gender stereotypes, lack of mentorship, limited access to STEM opportunities and resources, and confidence gap that discourages girls from exploring into STEM fields.
Pamoudou Fall is the Minister for Education and Research and Ndeye Tall, Deputy Minister for Gender and Health of the Science Students Association at the University of the Gambia.
The purpose of this Science Week, on the first day, we have the exhibition where the various units in our sub-association, we have students here majoring in biology, physics, chemistry and mathematics. The purpose of the exhibition is to showcase or to display the magic behind our units.
We're trying to empower women, especially looking at the Gender Health Ministry, where we have clinical screening and also blood donation. And if you look around here, you will be seeing a lot of girls that are taking part in the exercise.
A key highlight was the science exhibition, where students showcase innovative projects and experiments, from renewable energy prototypes to sustainable models, demonstrating how young Gambian aspiring scientists are driving national development through innovation. For QTV News, I am Our Bob.
A new tuberculosis treatment center was inaugurated on Tuesday at the Police Intervention Unit headquarters in Canifing by the National Leprosy and Tuberculosis Control Program under the Ministry of Health, in partnership with the Gambia Police Force and supported by the Global Fund. Yafatu Gay tells us more.
The new facility, also known as a directly observed treatment
DOT site forms part of the government's border tuberculosis control strategy to extend TB services to the security sector. The initiative was introduced in response to the increasing number of TB cases detected among police detainees. Lamin Damfa, Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Health, and Mary Gomez, Program Manager of the National Leprosy and Tuberculosis Control Program, both underscored the importance of the new treatment center.
This clinic will serve as a symbol of hope and providing early diagnosis, high-quality treatment, and compassionate care for police officers, their families, and the wider communities. It will help bridge the divide between public health and law enforcement, demonstrating that health security and national security are inseparable.
As I speak to you, we have more than about 50 DOT sites across the country, all the way to Kwaina. Today's event signifies not just the opening of a building, but the realization of a shared vision, a vision of bringing quality healthcare services closer to those who serve and protect us all.
TB remains one of the world's most leading infectious diseases, with millions affected each year. According to the Ministry of Health, TB incidents in the Gambia have declined from 145 to 142 cases per 100,000 populations between 2022 to 2023. The director of the National AIDS Secretariat, Alpha Khan, and Lamin S. Gassama, the deputy head of the police clinic, highlighted the remarkable progress the Gambia has achieved in tuberculosis control.
More investment are needed towards supporting the rollout of WHO recommended TB preventive treatment options, such TB regimens, rapid molecular diagnostics, and tests for TB infection, of which the Gambia is currently doing through the support of the Global Fund and other key partners. Importantly, investment in research and innovations are vital to fast-track efforts to reach the end TB targets.
To the police management, we will register our profound gratitude for your intervention when this thing came up. In as much as it was very prompt, the police management were there to support us, that we have a very good looking facility today. And we are looking forward to more closer cooperation between the police and the Ministry of Health, which has been there, and it should continue, it will continue. And we are looking forward to the collaboration as far as HIV/AIDS service are concerned. TB, HIV are correlated and they run side by side. We're looking forward to that incorporation in our facility.
The PIU TB clinic is one of 2 facilities established with support from the Global Fund. The center aims to improve access to tuberculosis services and enhance working conditions for healthcare providers. Health officers expressed optimism that the facility will help reduce TB cases, increase awareness among officers, and encourage timely referrals for treatment. Reporting for QTV News, this is Yafatugay.
The report by Yafatugay would lead us to a commercial break, and when we return, we have national and international news stories. Do stay tuned.
ko ɓuri ko fof yaw he ballal cellal jama o kule dandugol ɗi ñabbeji sukaɓe ko wayi hen no lacciri ñaw ɗoyru ñaw lafagne e ñaw ɓuɓol cervical cancer yo ko andira ko tétanos he ñabbeji goɗɗi o pengu noon mo foti ɓange tan si joom jibinama tan ma he dow waktuji nogas e nayyi e ko ɓuri ko hen fof noon moƴƴu ɗum woni so denane jibinama tan woni suka debbo yo gorko fof eɓe keeɓa ɗiɗo penguji e he waktu mumen e no ɗum le windirani tan e kaytol mum noose sukaɓe fof ɓe poti ɓang ɗi penguji ko tawa hen sukaɓe lañjiɓe sukaɓe fof ɓe poti timmin ɗi penguji e dow hirande mumen inode e gurdam mumen nde handi ɓe ɓeyda e dow hirande mumen ɗimmere nde e gurdam mumen nde penguji goɗɗi ɗi noon ɗi jogui dose ji kewɗi ɗum noon ko ɗum wawata ɗumen dandu e jibinaɓe yo walloɓe sukaɓe fof ɓe poti yaadu e ko garanɗa ko ɗum woni tan e ɗum woni kayti mumen no sukaɓe ɗi siɓe jaa kala loptan mo ɓe jaata jombo foti yaa to loptan ɓurɗo ɗum mo ɓatto e kulle ɓe mbawa heɓen ko laaɓi tan ɗiɗo penguji o kibaru noon gadan ɗumen no woni Ministry of Health, UNICEF, Gavi e WHO e wallodiriɓe mumen.
Join the biggest network with the cheapest tariff in the Gambia and enjoy crystal clear calls and super fast internet at the cheapest tariff only with QCell. Rush now and grab your free QCell SIM card today from any of our care centers near you. QCell, the biggest network with the cheapest tariff. QCell Senior Boss. We innovate, others follow.
Welcome back, and if you're just joining us, this is QTV News. After engaging Banjul-based taxpayers on Monday, the Gambia Revenue Authority held a forum on Tuesday to educate Kanifing municipality taxpayers about the new Integrated Tax Administration System, ITAS. Mam Nabuka witnessed the event and see now reports.
The initiative, part of the World Bank's Public Administration Modernization for Citizen-Centric Service Delivery project in the Gambia, and supported by the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs, seeks to improve tax processes and services in the Gambia. ITAS aims to modernize the GRA by automating tax processes and offering electronic services like e-registration, e-filing, and e-payment. To reduce the time and effort needed for tax compliance, minimize human intervention, and provide a clear digital footprint for all transactions. Recognizing the importance of taxpayer and stakeholder engagement in ensuring a smooth transition and widespread adoption of the new digital services, GRA aims to raise awareness about ITAS and its features, essentially encouraging their active involvement and feedback to ensure the system's success. Samba Sala, ITAS project manager, highlights the numerous advantages of ITAS over the current system.
Once the system is set up, it will be integrated with a number of other systems that are being run by the government of the Gambia, by different institutions like the business registry, the immigration department, and the accountant general, that is IFMIS, and other systems. So we would like to have your input in it as much as possible so that we'll make it work for us, for all of us, as I said.
Esa Jalo, Deputy Commissioner General of GRA, emphasized that this reform will benefit both taxpayers and the tax administration staff while empowering citizens to access a fair and equitable national tax system.
Today's workshop is not just about understanding this new system. It is about embracing a new way of thinking about tax compliance and administration, one that prioritizes transparency, efficiency, and accountability. We will simplify our operations, reduce errors, and provide better services to our taxpayers.
Mari Sar, Deputy Commissioner for Small and Medium Taxpayers at GRA, shares the next steps following the conclusion of the workshop.
From here, we are going to study development. After the development, we have another round of training whereby we'll train them on the usage of the system. But for now, we want to give them heads up to say, this is what the system is bringing. What are your views? They give us their views and feedback. We incorporate that into the development so that they get a system that satisfies their needs. But after the system is developed, we'll do a proper training on the system.
The successful rollout of ITAS is expected to promote taxpayer compliance as well as ease the burden on all involved in the various stages of tax filing, ultimately supporting the country's economic growth and stability. Mam Nabuka, reporting for QTV News.
The Independent Electoral Commission, IEC, has commenced a 4-day training for electoral stakeholders aimed at enhancing knowledge on election management and addressing misinformation to ensure credible and transparent democratic processes. Jacqueline Coley tells us more.
The training brought together political party representatives, civil society, media and security services to enhance collaboration, cooperation and readiness ahead of the 2026-2027 electoral cycle. Following the recent launch of the 2026 electoral calendar, the training aims to equip participants with the knowledge and tools needed to promote transparency, accountability and credible elections in the Gambia. The UNDP resident country representative Mandisa Moshologo described the training as timely amid the rising challenge of misinformation and disinformation in the digital age. She highlighted the essential role of media and civil society in providing the public with accurate, timely information.
And we are well aware
that with where we are in this global age in terms of digitalization, artificial intelligence, information, disinformation, and access to information can always be a challenge. And it is very, very important that together we work to ensure that the public, the people that we serve in this country have the right information at the right time to be able to make informed decisions.
Madam Mosologo reminded participants that elections are not a day event, emphasizing that they require early planning, strong partnerships, and a shared commitment to integrity and accountability.
We know that elections are not a one-day event. They require early planning, strong partnerships, and a shared commitment to integrity, accountability, and making sure that we remember why elected officials are being selected by the people. Therefore, today's engagement on election management and countering misinformation and disinformation is a very timely and essential collaboration and partnerships. Tackling these challenges demands informed citizens, responsible media, and accountable political actors.
The Vice Chairperson of the Independent Electoral Commission, Cherno M. Jalo, emphasized the importance of integrity, accountability, and public trust in fostering confidence in the electoral process.
Elections everywhere in the world are always moments and sources of tension. But the most important thing is to build confidence and trust around the process. And that is what we seek to do through such training on elections management and combating fake news.
The IEC's 4-day training will strengthen stakeholders' understanding of election management, promoted collaboration, and emphasize the importance of integrity, accountability, and proactive communication, equipping participants to support transparent, credible, and well-informed electoral processes in the Gambia. For QTV News, I am Jacqueline Colli.
From that report by Jacqueline Colli, now to international news. The China Public Diplomacy Association, supported by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, hosted the Lanting Forum on Monday to address global challenges. The forum focused on improving global governance to build a community with a shared future for humanity. Gathered key global leaders and experts. Osman Jatta reports from Beijing, China.
Amid unprecedented global crisis, including the Ukraine-Russia conflict, Israel-Gaza, and escalating trade wars, improving global governance has become one of the most critical topics of discussion. At the Lanting Forum on Enhancing Global Governance, China emphasized its vision of a community with a shared future for humanity, promoting a more inclusive and cooperative international system. Opening the forum, Wang Yi, China's foreign minister and political bureau member of the Communist Party, highlighted the country's dedication to advancing global governance.
The key message of the Global Governance Initiative is the importance of unity. With over 50 conflicts worldwide and more than 100 million displaced people, the need for stronger global governance is urgent. Relying on power, intimidation, and bullying will only lead to a chaotic world where the strong dominates the weak, destabilizing international systems and rules.
The Lanting Forum underscores China's ambition to reshape global governance amidst pressing challenges like Palestine's suffering, climate change, and pandemics. In a world where crises are increasingly interconnected, China's call for unity serves as both a hopeful vision and a challenge for nations to overcome differences and work toward a shared future. China's vision of a community of shared future emphasizes global social justice, economic development, and sustainability. It critiques Western-led institutions, advocating for a new global system better equipped to address 21st century challenges. This reflects China's growing global role and ambitions.
In the face of major crises and conflicts, the UN Security Council has not been able to effectively respond to the expectations of the international community. As a permanent member of the Security Council, China firmly supports reform and maintains that the correct direction for reform is to increase the representation and voice of developing nations.
The world is shifting to a multipolar order with China, India and the EU playing key roles. China's Belt and Road Initiative (BRI) promotes infrastructure, trade and development, offering an alternative to Western economic models and fostering stability and equality in Africa, Asia and Latin America. China champions multilateralism, backing organizations such as the UN and World Trade Organization to strengthen the voices of developing nations, while its vision draws widespread support. Some critics question China's capacity to navigate global challenges amid a complex international landscape. Osman Jatta, QTV News, Beijing, China.
Now, before we end, here's a recap of our main news headlines. As part of activities marking Pink October, the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital, in collaboration with its partners, conducted free breast cancer and cervical cancer screening for women at the hospital grounds in Banjul. The University of the Gambia Science Students Association launched its annual Science Week on Monday, celebrating knowledge, creativity, innovation and excellence in science. A new tuberculosis treatment center was inaugurated on Tuesday at the Police Intervention Unit headquarters in Kanifing, advancing the government's strategy to expand TB services within the security services. After engaging Banjul taxpayers on Monday, the Gambia Revenue Authority held a forum on Tuesday to educate Kanifing municipality taxpayers about the new Integrated Tax Administration System, ITAS. In international news, the China Public Diplomacy Association, with support from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, hosted the Lanting Forum on Monday, bringing together global leaders and experts to tackle pressing international challenges. And in closing, just an update on our senior women's football team, the Queen Scorpions. In the return leg of the women's AFCON second leg against Kenya, played in Senegal, they failed to overturn a 3-1 deficit from the first leg, falling to a 1-0 defeat to lose 4-1 on aggregate. This ends their attempt to qualify for the next edition of the Women's Africa Cup of Nations, WAFCON. That's it in this news bulletin. Thank you very much for watching. Join us again at 10 for another news bulletin.